Christian needs a second date update with Allison, and we're going to do our best to help him out. Hi, Christian.
Hello.
How's it going?
Great. Well, mostly.
Mostly, except for the fact that Allison's not returning any of your messages, right?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk to you guys.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. How did you meet her?
We met on Match, and we went out twice.
Twice.
Yeah, I got the second date.
Oh.
The first date went so well that I had a +1 to a wedding.
That was your first date?
No. The first date went well. I asked her to be my +1 to the wedding.
Oh, wow.
So date 2 was the wedding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, date 2 was the wedding, and I thought everything went really well. I mean, she is lovely. She's sweet and kind and friendly and cute.
Yeah, doesn't hurt.
How did she handle all the questions from your aunts going, ooh, who's this young lady? What's going on here?
Was this a family wedding or was this for a friend?
Family.
Gotcha.
Cousin of mine.
Yeah. And so what was the reaction from your family members when they met Allison?
I thought they hit it off well. They seemed super nice. They seemed to get along.
But it seemed like she fit in well with everyone?
Yeah, I thought so.
I mean, that's a big ask, I think. Was someone you don't know that well. Maybe some people just like going to weddings, whether they know people or not. But
is there an open bar? I'm in.
Right. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. It feels so it's very personal, though.
You got to have the right sense of humor and the right vibe for that.
You got to
really
sit
work.
there with the family. You gotta, it's not like there's always an activity. There's a lot of sitting while things are happening.
Yeah. So you took her to the wedding. That went well enough. You were hoping to go out on yet another date. This would have been your third date. How was it left? How did the wedding night end?
I mean, we talked about having a third date, and when I dropped her off at her place, I kissed her goodnight. She seemed really happy. She was smiling. I told her I'd call later, and she seemed to be happy about that. But now, nothing.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Maybe she hit it off with the groomsmen. I'm just I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Some people go to the wedding for those reasons.
That's true, too.
To meet other people.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, we'll take a break then. When we come back, we'll call her up. We'll see what she has to say, see if she can provide any insight on this and whether or not she's open to a third date with Christian as second date update continues. Christian met Allison on Match. They've actually already been on 2 dates. First one we can assume went well enough that he felt comfortable enough to ask her to be his +1 at a family wedding, which is pretty huge. Mm-hmm. And I think it's even huger that she said yes, because I think that's a big ask. But I don't know. Some people like going to weddings.
Would you have said yes? Would anybody in this room have said yes?
I'd be I'm not a huge fan of weddings.
Yeah, same.
But she went, and she seemed to fit in. Everybody seemed to like her. She got along with everyone, so that indicates that she can pretty much get along with anybody. Having said that, he's not heard from her since. He's reached out a couple times. He'd like to see her go on that third date. This is why he's calling us to make the call on his behalf, and that's what we're going to do, Christian, unless there's anything else I left out that you think is pertinent.
I don't think so.
All right, let's call her up.
Hello?
There she is. Allison, how are you?
I'm okay. Who is this?
It's Jeff and Jenn at Q102. How are you?
I'm in a little bit of shock. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, we're good. We're just hanging out. We were having a conversation about weddings. Your name came up. I guess you've been to one recently. We're just curious what you thought of your wedding date. Christian.
I'm just embarrassed over that whole date. I mean, do I really have to talk about it?
No, you don't have to talk about it, but you made quite an impression on him, and he really seems to like you and thought you two got along great and seemed to think you fit in with everyone and would like to see you again.
No, I definitely didn't fit in with everyone. When he invited me to that wedding, I was happy to go. I mean, I liked him, but he forgot to tell me one very important detail about the wedding.
Which is?
Oh, it was supposed to be a black wedding. Everyone was supposed to wear all black. And guess who didn't wear all black? Guess who wore a beautiful, bright yellow dress?
Oh, no.
Yeah. I was mortified. I mean, imagine, I know no one there, stood out like a sore thumb, and I was mortified. And the whole night,
Yeah.
she was like, no, it's fine. You know how guys are, like, fine, it's not a big deal. And I'm like,
yeah, guys are like, what? It's fine. You look great.
Yes. And then she's walking around the wedding and everybody's going, guess you didn't get the memo. Who invited you? I mean, I'm sure you had that conversation a million
And
times,
you
right?
are, honey, I think you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
constantly. I mean, thank God I had like a black jacket and I like kind of kept it over my shoulders
Oh, my
at
word.
the table, and I didn't get up to dance. But the worst part was the photographer was pissed because every time Christian was like, no, come in the picture. And I'm like, no. And we're kind of like doing this like fighting thing where I'm like, no. And he's like, come in. And then the photographer's like reorganizing the shot so this way she could hide the dress. The mother of the bride, if she could have stared daggers at me,
Oh,
I mean, she hated my guts.
Oh,
And
no.
I was the only person in like a 200-person wedding who was not in black.
I don't think I've ever been to a so-called black wedding where everybody wears black.
I haven't either. I've been to a wedding where there was like a dress, like colors were encouraged. Like they got married in Miami, so they were like, wear tropical colors
Right.
or bright colors.
The bride wasn't dressed in black, was she?
No. She was in white, and
Yeah.
everyone else was in black except for me.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
goodness.
I just really made a great impression on everyone. So,
Okay, well, let's bring Christian into the conversation. Christian, I'm just curious what was going through your mind. You didn't seem bothered at all by it, nor did you bring it up when discussing the wedding.
I didn't think it was a big deal.
You didn't get any flack or pushback from your family members or friends?
I mean, there were some jokes about it. I didn't see it as a
but how could you miss that detail, Christian? Like, that's a huge detail to miss. And if we're together, God only knows what other details you're going to miss. Like, I could never be around your family, your friends ever again. I'm mortified.
I don't think that it needs to be that big of a thing. I mean,
Of course you don't. You're a guy. You
Yeah.
don't get this stuff.
Men, I'm like
I wore
sighing, like
yellow
men don't get
amongst
it.
a sea of black. Of course they don't get it. They
Yeah.
don't. And I can't be with someone who doesn't get it. That's a
Yeah.
big miss. I just made a fool of myself. I could never be around anybody you know, Christian. Like, that's it. Like, it was my one time to shine, and I fizzled.
Well, I see both sides of this. I mean, that was a huge drop of the ball on his part in neglecting to tell you that it was an all-black wedding. But on the other hand, I mean, I don't think this is irreparable. Okay, so you're a little embarrassed. You stuck out like a sore thumb. You know, if you were to continue on with this relationship, you'd probably be teased about it until the day you die. But still,
Yeah.
I mean, that's, that's
I
the
knew
stuff
you
life
two
is
were
made
going to
of.
make it when you showed up at the wedding wearing yellow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
No.
fine. It's but
No.
I don't see the sense in getting caught up in what everybody else thinks of you.
Of course you don't, because you're a guy. Yeah. But again, this was my time to make a statement, not in this way. Like, I was trying to go there as your date. I really liked you. I wanted to make a good impression. Instead, everyone was like whispering, staring. I saw some people like literally taking pictures of me low key. Probably to
Oh,
post on
yeah.
their social media. Like, I'm just really embarrassed.
could've gone
And
viral.
you're a nice guy, but like, I need to be with someone who's detail oriented the way I am, and you're just not.
You
So
do
this
sound
is-
like you need someone who's detail-oriented.
I do. I'm really, it's what I have to do for my job. I'm super detailed. It's how I live my life, guys. I'm almost OCD about everything, and I can't be with someone who's not. Someone won't work.
Yeah, I get kind of crazy. Like when Kristen sends me a shopping list, she sends me to the store and she's like, pick up yogurt. I've used this example before. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, what kind of yogurt? Full fat, non-fat,
Greek, regular.
vanilla, fruit
Yeah.
on the bottom.
Peach.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not that different from you.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'm glad that someone else sees my point. Yogurt, dresses, it's really all the same.
But I think given the opportunity, though, this does seem like a very rookie mistake. But given the chance to maybe get to know each other, he could learn the quirks and kind of adapt. Because that does happen.
No, but a rookie mistake is like ordering a drink for me and not getting the kind of wine I like. Like, that's not a big deal. Or like not holding the door for me, sure. But like, this is embarrassing me in front of 200 people. I'm just not interested. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Christian, you're a great guy, and I'm sad it had to happen like this. I did not want it to be this way, but I'm embarrassed. That's what it comes down to. I'm just embarrassed, and I don't want to feel that way around people in your life.
And I feel like through the years, we've had multiple second date updates where there was a wedding date. They never end well.
They never
They
end.
Yeah,
never end
you're
well.
right.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah.
That's why I never go to weddings.
Yeah, that's why.
I actually went and found the invitation, and it is there. I just thought it was the guys wear all black. And
Oh,
my thought process is, of course, the guys are going to wear all black. It's the wedding.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry too,
I'm sorry.
Christian, but it doesn't sound
It's
like this
not.
would work anyway.
yeah.
I understand.
But we appreciate you putting yourself out there. And Allison, thanks for taking the call and being so willing to talk about it.
Thank you. Christian, you're a really nice guy. I'm sorry it didn't work out. Thanks for trying. I appreciate it.
Thank you for the time we did spend.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.